Hi, can anyone hear me?
Hello. 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 Can't hear the voice. Hello. 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 Can't hear. Can't hear the voice.
Microphone, yeah?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. All good. As soon as I called you, your microphone's showing up now. Right, everything's all good. Are you ready to go?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, awesome.
So are we starting now or?
Yeah, you can now.
Brilliant.
Whenever you're ready.
Yep, I'm ready now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Hey guys, how you going? Can you give me a wave if you can hear me?
Oh, good.
Brilliant, brilliant. So this is basically a social media 101 on social marketing. So pretty much digital marketing with everything happening in real estate world right now. You guys have to really change from your traditional way of marketing to marketing. Already doing it, but it can be a very costly affair if you're not doing it correctly or if you're paying someone to do it, right? So let's start. And Anna tells me she's controlling the PowerPoint. So we'll start the PowerPoint. Anna? Anna, have you got the PowerPoint ready? Brilliant. Okay, so social media. I mean, traditionally, real estate agents go to the local, Rotary or Lions Club, join up and try to form relationship or form relationship with buyer's agent, or advertise in their local realestate.com or domain to the property and hopefully get a lead. And then they do a lot of cold calling when they try to get listing. One of the most common things a real estate agent seeks is a listing. Everyone seems to be focusing on listing. Thing is, though, at the last count, there were 17,165 active real estate agents in Australia. So there's a lot of fish in the sea. So if you go to the next slide, Anna. So when it comes to social media marketing, the main aim is for people to click on your ad and come through to your ad, right? And hopefully become a lead for you. As you can see from this, click-through rate on Facebook for real estate ads is 0.99%. And for finance, which is where my business is in, it's at 0.56%. So next slide, Anna. So this is a campaign I'm running at the moment. As you can see, I run a three campaign at any one time. And if you look at my cost per outbound click, so people actually clicking on my ad and going to my landing page, is only 23 cents. I run 3 ads, and the last ad is a retargeting ad, which I'll explain further in a moment. And that's higher because the retargeting pool is a lot smaller than the total audience of my other 2 ads. So my cost is pretty insignificant. My click-through rate is like 4 times the standard click-through rate. So my ads do pretty damn well, I'd say, compared to what the benchmark is on the market. Next, please, Anna. So I don't know if you people know Gary Vaynerchuk. He's pretty much a marketing guru. He's the CEO of Vanya Media. I started off as a wine seller, and now he's just has a huge marketing business. He's pretty active on all marketing channels: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, you name it, Gary's on it. So he's pretty much saying market like the year you're in, and we're in 2020, and digital marketing is where it is. Next, please, Anna. So traditionally, you guys, you do a lot of cold calling, trying to get leads. You do open houses, take people through either privately, but there's a lot of physical interaction. You're touching, feeling, you're forming relationships, trying to get people to list with you rather than your competitor. And then you have to issue contracts. Most of the contracts these days can be issued digitally. You sign, you get paid, a commission. But things have changed since the COVID, especially with the government putting restrictions on physical distancing. Real estate business has been turned on its head, and this is where social media marketing will come very handy for you guys. Next, please, Anna. So if you know Seth Godin, one of his favorite sayings is, don't find customers for your products, find products for your customers. You can turn this on its head and just say, think about it in this way. The industry has changed. Everything has gone digital. You need to do virtual house viewing, Zoom presentations. You can still do your cold calling, but cold calling is a very time-consuming affair. If you can avoid it, I would say avoid cold calling. You rather have a system happening where people are contacting you when they want to sell their property, rather than you going out there and chasing people and asking them and competing with someone else for that listing. So basically you want to be creating value. Always try to create value for your customer. That's where it all starts for you. Next, please, Anna. So there's tons of channels for digital marketing. Okay, there's Facebook, Twitter, you've got Instagram, Pinterest, even WhatsApp for business. You've got YouTube, which is the second largest search engine in the world after Google. You've got LinkedIn, you've got Snapchat. Every different channel has different audiences that you can target. For example, if you want a highly focused audience consisting of females, Pinterest would be your go. You know, if you want really political older people, you want to go Twitter. Instagram is very visual, and in my opinion, perfect for real estate agents, combined with Facebook and YouTube. Next, please. So what is your audience? Okay, audience is the most important thing. It's the people you want to contact you to sell their property for you. So the first thing you want to do is create an ideal audience for your ad. So persona matters. Okay, so what is persona? So it's who are they and what do they do? What's their demographic? What's their income level? What kind of lifestyle they live? Next is location. Where is the location? So typically you want to be as local as possible. So if you, for example, I'm local to New Farm in Brisbane, that's where I live. And if I was a real estate agent selling in New Farm, I'd be, you know, advertising not just in New Farm, but based on persona where people are aspiring to move to New Farm and live there. So I'd be targeting that. The other thing is you can go is niche. You can, in New Farm, for example, there's a lot of high-end houses, so you could be targeting people, again, linking back to the persona, people who are interested in luxury houses or inner city houses or inner city townhouses, or, you know, things like that. One of the most important things, though, is exclusions. You want to be excluding your competitors from your ad. Otherwise, you're showing ads to people and wasting money, people who aren't interested. So if you're using Facebook advertising, use the exclusions to get rid of people or areas you don't want to see your ad. Focus your ad to areas or personas that will actually take action and come to you. Now, one thing I want to say here is it takes time. You know, you can form relationships online, but you will need a lot of touch points. So they will need to see you, your brand, multiple times before they decide to take action. Next, please, Anna. Now, you start by getting the word out there about yourself, right? If people don't know you or what you can offer, they won't interact with you. So you start by localized content. And what I mean by localized content is a lot of real estate agents are pushing out content. They might be pushing out, let's say, suburb data or, you know, what they have done. But why don't you start by, for example, if you were, let's say, in Surrey Hills in Sydney, selling in Surrey Hills, walk around Surrey Hills, take a video of what the people are doing or the local environment and say, hey, we've got a listing in Surrey Hills and this is how people live around here. You know, people generate a want for people to come and contact you about the property you're selling in Surrey Hills. And then you can repurpose that content on other media, put it on YouTube, put it on Instagram, put it on Facebook. The next thing is when running an ad, you need to be very conscious of cost management because it can get very expensive. The other thing is, if you're engaging a social media company, you need to be careful because everyone seems to be a social media expert these days, okay? So look at their testimonials, look at their performance, look at how much return on that money they're going to give you before you engage a professional social media agency. Next, please. Now, one of the best things, if you're a real estate agent, one of the best things you can do is use your own website to generate leads. And the reason is because you're able to capture the seller better using your own website. And I call it bait, hook, and reel in. Okay, so your website is the bait. So when you run an ad, you drop your ad into a lead page in the website. On that lead page, you have the hook, which would be your lead generation tool. I'm giving away, by the way, at this point, I'd like to say I'm giving away a free lead generation tool to real estate agents. And it's a pretty good lead generation tool. It allows you to add value to the seller and get them to contact you. You just have to run this lead generation tool with your social media content. And then what you do is you retarget. You set up a retargeting ad so that once they've come to your website and left, they see your brand wherever they go online. Next, please. Okay. There's a lot of social media channels, so you need to be realistic. You don't want to be spreading yourself too thin because you won't, I mean, you have to run your business, right? So you don't want to be spending all your time on social media marketing. So I would say spend a couple of hours a day doing your social media stuff, but the rest of the day concentrate on your business because the social media stuff is just a lead gen. At the end of the day, you need to be working on your business aside from doing social media. Now, at the end of the day, the aim for you guys is to help your customer, okay? And if you help your customer, you're going to help your business. So I'll run a simple social media advertising trick for you guys, okay? So I would say if you know how to run a Facebook ad, go to your Facebook ad manager, create an ad. First thing to do is create an audience. Before you even create an ad, create an audience and create that audience based on the persona you have created, your ideal customer. The next thing to do would be to write a bunch of what is called a copy. It's basically a script. How are you going to attract these people to actually click on your ad? So you need to write something. For example, you know, the local agent, let's say local agent in Surrey Hill offering personalized service to all sellers, something like that, something that will allow people to click on your ad, go and see your ad. And of course, you need to be attaching a photo, and the photo has to be, let's say, a property that you're selling in that area. That would be the most ideal. Then you take those people, direct it to a landing page on your website. Okay, it can either have the property you're selling or have the lead generation tool. Now, for someone who doesn't know you at all, it would be preferable if you drop them into the lead generation tool because that will allow them to fill that lead generation tool. You get the details directly, and then you can follow up with a remarketing campaign. Okay, that's the end of social media 101. It's a very simple presentation because I wasn't sure how much you guys knew about social media. So it's just a entry point. Social media can be learned in a day, but to master it, it's a lifetime journey, and I'm still trying to master it myself. So I can only share my learnings from my journey along the way. All right, thanks for attending, guys. Hope you have a great day.
You too.
Sorry, Anna.
Hope you have a great day too.
Thank you. Bye.